Hi, I'm Anthony Amatrano, an instructional technology specialist here in Northbridge Schools. Over the past 2 years, I've answered a lot of emails, helped a lot of teachers, created videos, and responded to problems. We have all learned a lot and adapted to teaching and working with students remotely and a combination of in-person and remote with hybrid learning. With the accumulation of a number of new devices that the district has purchased, as well as the opening of the new school, I believe now is a great time to purposefully work with staff throughout the district to address the variety of needs and problems each of us encounters throughout the school year. To do this, my goal for next year is to become a Google certified coach. The process for me is that I design and use a system to work one-on-one or in small groups with staff members throughout the district. This presentation will help explain the why and how behind it, and how I can help you work with technology to solve some problems of practice. Let's take a look. I borrowed this quote from the book Timeless Learning: How Imagination, Observation, and Zero-Based Thinking Change Schools. This is a great book that focuses on maker education, hands-on learning, and problem-based learning. I like this quote because it really captures what instructional technology coaching is all about. It's non-evaluative, and I as the coach work with you to co-plan and research solutions to the problems you face on a daily basis. The challenge-based coaching model is based on work done by Google and the Digital Learning Project. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive, with staff who engaged in coaching reporting positive results with a personalized and goal-oriented approach to coaching. There are 3 guiding principles to this coaching model. The first being that all students deserve access to technology and opportunities to use that tech in meaningful ways. The second guiding principle is that within schools, teachers, including all staff that work directly with students, are the number one resource to ensure student success. Lastly, the third guiding principle is that teachers, coaches, and school leaders are pivotal in driving school innovation through impactful technology use. This brings us to our next question. What exactly is impactful technology use? The bottom line is that impactful technology focuses on the 4 C's: collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking, and supporting that focus in giving students the right tools to use and the agency to discover their path in learning. The certified coaching model is a simple, cyclical, 5-step process that occurs over the course of an 8-week cycle. Staff members are encouraged to repeat the cycle as many times as necessary to focus on the variety of problems of practice that they may encounter. The first step is to identify and understand a challenge. We'll get to identifying the challenges you face in just a little bit. The next step is to investigate a strategy. This could be a strategy or tool that a staff member has heard about or wants to investigate further, or something that the coach suggests. The third step goes hand in hand with the second step, where the staff member and coach select a strategy to focus on. We spend the most time of the coaching cycle in the fourth step, which is implementing the strategy. We develop a plan to use the strategy in a variety of lessons. The coach will come into the class while the strategy is being used to help support the teacher by co-teaching or just observing, with brief feedback and reflection occurring after the class visit. Finally, at the end of the cycle, the coach and staff members sit and reflect on the implementation of the strategy. Generally, they then work together to plan the next cycle, building on the work done within the previous cycle. So let's get started. The first activity we do as a coaching team is called the Gripe Jam. During this time, we're going to let it all out and reflect on the various problems of practice that occur in the classroom or with the students on a regular basis. These problems could be one of many, including any of these examples. Using the slides below, record your problems relating to each of the prompts. Then, when you are done, review them and rank them in order of how frustrating they are to you. Next, think about how many people these problems affect. Now, think about which of the problems you indicated are you most passionate about solving. Lastly, with that in mind, we've identified that the problems that have the most people affected, are the most frustrating to you, and you are the most passionate about solving are a good place to start. With that in mind, we've already started with the first step of the coaching cycle. Reach out to me to let me know that this is something you are interested in pursuing next year, and we will get it set up. If you have some colleagues that are interested in working on this in a small group, that would be great too. Thanks for taking the time to check this out.